What's good, YouTube? It's your host Axel Rose, the Shogun with the slogan, and you are now watching MVP Magazine. And today we're going to talk about Nintendo.
What? My Joy-Con is a drifty? So weird to think that is only in my imagination.
Now, I gotta give a shout out to the Ghost of Iwata and those boys over at Nintendo because the Switch is really killing it at the moment, especially when sales are concerned. Recently, investors have announced that Nintendo have sold over 89 million units of the Nintendo Switch. And being that I own about 8 of them, yeah, I definitely am partly to blame for that. I have problems, please help. But there's definitely got to be a reason for why this console is doing so well, especially after the failure that was the Wii U. So, how did Nintendo get back on form and produce one of the most interesting and innovative consoles ever to hit the market? Well, they did it by making faulty controllers and charging us to buy new ones.
Well, even though this Joy-Con still works, obviously, I think I will throw it away for no reason and open a new one.
Yes, gamers, I jest. I purely jest, gamers. Yes, even though the Joy-Con controllers are quite possibly one of the biggest scams in all of modern gaming, that's not the reason why Nintendo are so successful at this moment. Oh no, that's not the secret behind the Switch's sauce. Now, gamers, if we were to take every single ingredient in the Nintendo Switch soup, which makes it successful, we would have to start with this most important, its most impactful, its most sanctifying ingredient, which is the exclusive games. Now, gamers, whether you are a huge fan of Nintendo's exclusive IPs, you cannot deny that in that first year, it was madness. A new exclusive every month for the Nintendo Switch, beginning with the epic Breath of the Wild and ending with the magnificent Mario Odyssey. And even then, there were more exclusives after, like Doom, like Xenoblade Chronicles. Yes. People, the Switch delivered as far as AAA games. Now, it exposed one of the weaknesses with the PlayStation 5. Not to say that the PlayStation 5 is a bad bet, no. We all know what Sony do. By the end of this console generation, it will have many a great reason to be a console owner, but one thing the Switch got right was delivering right out of the gate. Not only did they start with Breath of the Wild, the month after that, Mario Kart, the month after that, Ultra Street Fighter. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, that was some BS, but they hit right back with ARMS. They gave us Fire Emblem Warriors. They followed that up with Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 portably. Are you being serious? I can bust tail with Goku on the go. Really? And then after they hit us with Mario, Xenoblade Chronicles, L.A. Noire, come on, man. Now, I'm not gonna lie. If we look at that Nintendo Switch Online, that's some BS. We all know that's some BS. That is definitely where they are dropping the ball. That ball has been fumbled. But as far as games are concerned, the Nintendo Switch is definitely hitting. I mean, look, the Nintendo Switch is doing so well, we don't even care that the controllers don't work. Think about that.
The human mind is incredible. I almost thought that was real for a second.
Like, honestly, the Joy-Con drift situation is so bad, Nintendo should be preparing for multiple legal suits. But instead, you know what they're doing? They're preparing to sell us another Switch. You know why? Because the Switch is popping. It's popping. Like chicken mixed with fish grease over an explosion. That's how hard the Switch is. And you know why? It's because those games are on point. I told you before. Now, people are talking about a Switch Pro, blah, blah. We don't need a Switch Pro. Right now, we just need Nintendo to keep delivering their exclusives, for them to keep getting third-party deals, and to keep doing the right thing. Now, they've already got a great lineup for the end of the year. Metroid Dread looks like it's going to be amazing. That and No More Heroes 3 at the end of this month. Whew. Look forward to a review for that for me, because definitely looking to pick that up if I can. And man, game is crazy. I can't believe Nintendo are back the way they are. Now, it's going to be really interesting to see what's going to happen when the PlayStation 5 starts picking up momentum, because they have started a little bit slower. I'm not sure if that's because, you know, overhead on producing PlayStation 5 games is going to be a little bit more expensive. And even that is a little feather in Nintendo's cap, because they can have all of these games which might not take as much to, you know, produce. But they still develop and they still deliver the extra quality that we've become used to as Nintendo fans, or fans of gaming in general. Now, it's a real big shame that even though the Switch has so much potential, it's still got a couple of things holding it back, which don't have anything to do with underpowered hardware. The online service could have so much potential, even with that phone app thingy, but they've just abandoned it. No more first-party games use it. You know, before, when they first announced it, you know, they was bringing it out with all the first-party games. Splatoon used it, you know, games like ARMS used it and all that good stuff, and completely gone. Not even Breath of the Wild used it. It's just a mess, you know, and it's a shame to see the one thing that was unique about the Nintendo Switch Online that actually could have had some potential to be positive has actually just gone away. And let's not get started about friend codes. I mean, those are the devil itself. We already know that. But another failing that the Switch has is that storage space. Like, why Nintendo? Why? It's 2021 and 32 gigabyte is just not cutting it. Not at all. But apart from those caveats, this console is still the equivalent of gaming sliced bread. It's going to be really interesting to see where Nintendo go from here. Will they continue to do more hybrid consoles? Will they continue to be successful? I want more Switch in my life. And hopefully the Switch has a lifespan similar to the 3DS, where it just keeps on going after where people have already presumed it dead, because it honestly has that potential. And it's definitely going to hit 100 million units. It definitely has that potential. It's only been out for 4 years. Nintendo say that it's only at half of its lifespan. So hopefully there's a lot of great software to come. So anyway, I'd just like to give a big shout out to Tafari and Endgame. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to everybody that's been holding down the channel. I'm going to be back with some more content, some more PlayStation content, some more Switch content. And yeah, because it really helps out the channel. And holler at your boy. Sayonara.